There's many more things I want to discuss, and particularly around. See, you have taken a pivot since the last time we spoke. At some point, and I have many questions today. At some point, मुझे याद है you were doing all kinds of criminal cases, right? As time went on, and your infamy reached many places across Delhi and the rest of India and possibly the world, you decided to focus on extremely rich clients. That is why you entered the divorce field. तो देखो ऐसा है कि गांव देहात में तो डिवोर्स नहीं होता, सेपरेशन हो जाता है अक्सर, ठीक
That
है,
is true.
है ना? लेकिन हाई सोसाइटी के अंदर बड़े बड़े शहरों में टीयर 1 सिटीज में बहुत आम बात है डिवोर्स होना, अर्ली डिवोर्स होना भी आम बात है.
Right.
Alimonies and highly public divorce cases often open up many threads of conversation in the general populace. The most famous being recently being the Hardik Pandya divorce case. His winning the World Cup, that prize winning, that legendary pari that he played with his bowling, and seeing his estranged wife missing in action. I went to her Instagram and I saw people are saying W for Hardik because she's not doing any celebrations, right? And he also sort of broke down very बड़ा visceral, tangibly दिख रहा था कि आदमी कितनी चीज के through गया है. Now, in my little understanding of how public divorces play out, I found that it's almost like the men are dealt an extremely bad hand if they are extremely rich and extremely popular, because the privilege and the curse of being their partner in life through marriage also allows the woman to get 50% of everything. तो इंडिया के डिवोर्स लॉज फिलहाल एलिमनी को लेके कहाँ स्टैंड करते हैं? अगर वो लॉज हैं तो क्या हैं?
Couple of thoughts on this. To start with, nowadays you'll see even in the small towns and villages, it's not just separation. Nowadays there's a whole culture of let's go ahead with it. File cases, let's get divorced, find another match. The stigma of divorce or being a divorcee is shedding to a certain extent. I have a lot of people consulting me from small cities. And so I agree that this is not necessarily divorce, but matrimonial disputes do crop up, right? A lot of wives are filing, sometimes true, sometimes falsely, dowry harassment cases, right? Criminal breach of trust, which is that, they kept my jewelry.
Does cheating come up a lot?
Cheating, you mean adultery? Adultery is something that comes up, but, smart lawyers explain to their clients that adultery is not a great ground for, is not a great legal strategy as an accusation. So a woman saying that my husband committed adultery does not have that much of an impact than a woman compared to a woman saying that my husband tortured me for dowry. If I make sense. So,
एक मिनट, सॉरी, इसका मतलब ये है कि आप लॉयर्स भी खुद बोलते हैं, फोर्स करते हैं क्लाइंट्स को कि आप इस पे ये वाला केस लगा दो और ज़्यादा बुरा फंस जाएगा ये.
When so much is at stake, it is a very, human tendency. Whatever you can get away with, try to make the most of it.
But lawyers are complicit in this then forcing their client to a corner.
Very often. And I've talked about it on numerous occasions.
I know you have a video about this. Yeah.
So just to summarize that whole aspect, what happens is, say for example, a lady who's been a victim of maybe not torture, but perhaps indifference by the husband, right? Let's just say that. The lady is told by her relatives and friends, let's explore what are your legal options, right? And the lawyer says, oh, we'll file one case here, one case there, and you see how your husband comes to his knees and then does whatever you want, right? So the girl says, okay, fantastic. And then the lawyer prepares the draft of not that, oh, he said he insulted me in this way in front of his parents or family, or he asked me to do the dishes, or that he, he shouted at me, on so-and-so occasion. It's not that. It is on the first day of marriage, he, beat me. My mother-in-law came and grabbed my hair and said, you did not bring any dowry, so we are going to XYZ. They put, oil on my body. They threw oil on my body and was trying to set me on fire. And my father-in-law came and attempted to rape me. My brother-in-law came and groped me, and the lady herself will look at this draft of these allegations and say, what the hell is this? I did not say any of these things to you to draft for my complaint. And then the lawyer explains, madam, if you want something to happen, some action to take place, or at least to hold this as a threat over the husband, then these allegations must be there. If you say just an insult was there, or neglect was there, that's no offense. That's no grounds for getting any relief.
क्विक इंटरजेक्शन, इसका मतलब क्या है कि ऑफेंस पे ही डिवोर्स मिलता है भाई? जैसे हम मैं विकिपीडिया पे जाता हूँ.
No, so I understand your question.
Yeah.
So the clarification I'll give is there are several components. One is how do you get divorce, right? And I agree that cruelty can be neglect as well, right? Can be insults as well. That can be enough. However, to get a divorce, we are talking about multiple things. One is getting divorce. The lady will file a divorce case, but interestingly, and this is something that on YouTube they'll quote on a lot of occasions. I don't know if it's true or not, but they say that statistically across the world, women are the ones who initiate divorce far more than men. That's not the case in India. At least when you talk about on paper what's happening. 99% of the times, the lady does not initiate divorce. Only 1% of the cases. Okay? 1 out of 100, the lady will file divorce. What she does instead, because a lot of husbands say, oh, what if my wife files divorce? I tell them, your wife will, in all likelihood, 99 out of 100 will not file divorce. She will file all the other things which will ultimately lead to the divorce, but not the divorce case. So what she will file, because it does not benefit her to file any divorce case. What benefits the wife is filing a FIR under sections 498A, 406, at least under the old law, dowry harassment, that dowry harassment, and then criminal breach of trust, that they took my jewelry and now they're not returning it. And then all these other sections. So she'll register an FIR. Now those need to be an offense. Another component is domestic violence, where she's seeking compensation, residence orders, and interim maintenance against the husband and the other family members. Now again, she can say that yes, there was neglect and there was insults, but the judges are also very, apprehensive in moving forward against a man or his family members on mere accusations of insults and neglect.